Hi, I'm Dr. Bertice Berry, and I really have to tell you this story. I was driving on my way to church. Franklin's Amazing Grace album was blaring through the car's sound system. If you haven't heard it, make sure you do and find the documentary. It's wonderful. Anyway, I was going to be serving as an LEM, a lay Eucharistic minister, where we help serve communion. So my white alb, the robe, was hanging in the back of my car on that little hook in the back. I looked up and I saw flashing lights behind me. I was being pulled over by the police. I pulled over. I had my driver's license out. I knew not to take my seatbelt off to pull my driver's license out because the week before, my daughter got a ticket for taking off her seatbelt to get the driver's license out. She got a ticket for not wearing a seatbelt. She wasn't stopped for anything else. Anyway, so the officer comes up and says, "When I pulled your license, your tags, you don't have insurance on this car." And I was like, "I do have insurance on this car." But then I was thinking, what was he pulling my license for? I wasn't doing anything. Anyway, so he said, "Well, if you can show me proof of your insurance, I'll let you go. No problem." I said, "Yeah, I'm on my way to church and I'm, trying to serve as an LEM." And the music was still blaring. Anyway, so I pull up my insurance. It's in my phone. It's right on the screen grab where you can get it quickly. It's also in the glove box, but sometimes you go in there and you find Cheetos. Not mine, my granddaughter's. Anyway, I show him the proof and he says, "Okay, well, it's not recorded as having insurance, so you need to do something about it." I'm like, "Well, but I just showed you the proof." Anyway, I go to church. I'm there for Sunday school. And I got in late, a little bit late, but we hadn't started yet because my early is so early that I'm not late when I'm late. So I say to my friends, in Sunday school, "I got pulled over." And they were like, "For what?" And I said, "Well, they said I didn't have any insurance, but they said, 'Well, what did they pull your license for initially?'" I said, "I don't know, nothing. I don't know." And so somebody spoke up, "Yeah, driving while black." Now, I should tell you that all the people who were happened to be at this Sunday school class were not black. They were like, "Driving while black." And so one of my sisters and church sisters, Reverend Helen, was like, "Who else does this happen to?" And I was like, "All right, y'all." And so they started looking around and were like, "None of us." In fact, so then they started telling their stories. And somebody said, "I drove through a red light, totaled my car, and wrecked another car, and I got a warning." Somebody else was like, "Well, I did this, this, and this, and I got a warning. I did this, this, and this, and I got a warning." And I was like, "What? Is that possible?" It occurred to me in that moment that I knew all the bad things that could happen in a traffic stop when you're stopped by the police. In fact, two police cars were behind me like I was really a criminal. I knew all those things that could happen, and I didn't know these other things could happen and you could get off with a warning. You could, just get a small ticket, or you could be let go with a DUI. I didn't know any of those things. I'm grateful for my friends and for their standing up and willingness to take a moment to realize that one of their friends, one of their family members, was not okay in these situations. We laughed about how the Alp got me out of it, but they weren't laughing. And I was grateful that they showed me this other side. And it's not until we get close and we talk and we come to the realization that everybody's not okay. They were not okay with me not being okay. And they were willing to have that conversation around what happens to them versus what happens to me. Sometimes folks can only see their light because it never happens to them. And I was kind of stunned because I didn't know the other side was even possible. It's no wonder we have two different views. I love you.